Tomazzi Entertainment.
Hello, everybody. This is D-Laps, and I'd like you to click on your seatbelt, throw on your strap-on, that's your dildo, and get ready for the Resident Evil Final Chapter review. The very first thing I want to mention is that this movie doesn't really continue off the last movie very well at all. Because the last movie, it ended where everybody's at the White House, they allied with Whisker, and there's about to be a big, huge battle. But in this movie, it skips like 2 years ahead. She's no longer allied with Whisker. She has no friends. She's wandering the wasteland all by herself. Like, what the hell? I want to know what happens at the White House. So basically, what I'm saying is that this Resident Evil starts out just like all the others, where she wakes up, she's confused where she is, she has to gather up a group, and then go fight the bad guys. It would have been cooler just to have a big battle at the beginning, and then go from there. But nope, had to do the same old shit. Now, another thing I'd like to quickly mention is the atmosphere, or the landscapes, or the environments. They are awesome. They look so realistic and crazy. There are a lot more wider shots, so you see more of the environment. And I know it's all CGI, but fuck, it looks really good. Now that I got that quickly out of the way, I would like to say that this Resident Evil cranks the dial up to 12 because literally all the action, all the gore, all the fighting, all the fucking one-liners, everyone, all the acting, everyone does such a great job, especially compared to the dialogue and the action scenes from the old Resident Evil movies. There are a whole bunch of huge battles throughout the movie. And I don't mean like one-on-one situations with like big monsters. I mean like there's hundreds of thousands of zombies in like a big battle sequence. It's pretty crazy. Now let's talk a little bit about the story. It's all over the place. Most of the action sequences happen because the characters are so stupid they run into danger constantly. But it doesn't even matter anyway because no matter what enemy Alice fights, they're all such morons. And it doesn't matter if they're a zombie, monster, umbrella boss, umbrella security guard, they're all dumb as nails. There's a scene in the movie where the security guard set up this motorbike to trap Alice. All they have to do is let her jump on the bike and put her thumbprint on it and she'll be electrocuted. These guys know that, it's their fucking bike. But instead, just before she gets on the bike, they jump out of these little fucking jerry cans and they're like, ha! There's something like 6 security guards, and Alice with one leg and one arm tied behind her back, hanging upside down, kills these dudes in 20 seconds. And then what does Alice do? She jumps on the motorbike, puts her thumbprint, and gets electrocuted, and she gets knocked out. The music in this movie fucking rocks, man. It pounds, and it's constant through the whole film. And one last thing I like to say about this movie is that they bring back a lot of old bosses and characters. And to explain this, they basically say, oh, it's a clone, everything's a clone. They use this a lot. It's lazy writing. Paul Anderson, the director of this, is the M. Night Shyamalan of fucking endings with clones. So I'm gonna rate this a 7.5. Even though this movie has some problems, it is the best Resident Evil movie of them all. And you know what? I want a second opinion on this movie, so I asked my good buddy Nasty Pro Dancer what he thought.
This is Nasty Pro Dancer coming at you with another review. This is the recent Resident Evil last chapter. The main characters are pretty much the same as they always ever be. It's more or less focused on Alice, on her problems throughout the entire thing. Special effects were pretty solid. Some of it was, actually, a lot of it was really gory. Some scenes really were like jumping all over the place every once in a while. Like the couple of fight scenes, they were just like all of a sudden here, then here, or even the driving scenes. Like they were just going off into different directions and trying to do really dramatic camera angles on that. Honestly, I thought the ending, they were trying to milk it for all it's worth. Like, they are desperately either trying to make a sequel or like a continuation, like a part 2 on this. I honestly don't know what they're planning on that. The ending, I just thought, okay, they're setting it up for a part 2 at least. I'd say I'd give this movie, like, really a 6. I didn't really enjoy it as much. Like, some of the scenes were, like, incredible good jump scares, and then other scenes were like, really? Did they need to put this in the movie?
Thank you very much, Nasty Prudancer. And you are definitely right about the fact that they left the ending open for a sequel. 100%. If anybody enjoyed this review, please leave a comment below. A thumbs up is always helpful, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Thank you, everybody. Ciao.